Wilson didn't play last night on Thursday Night Football.
No, he did not.
But buddy, did he get murdered on Thursday Night Football. Did you see these comments from Tony Gonzalez and Richard Sherman?
No. I mean, I'm not surprised, but I didn't see them, but I wouldn't be surprised by anything Richard Sherman says because he hates him. Yeah.
So the postgame show last night, they start talking about the New York Giants because former Ole Miss star Jackson Dart has been named QB1 there, sending Russell Wilson to the bench. And Tony Gonzalez said something I don't know that I've ever really heard said about a professional athlete before. It was an interesting perspective. I don't know that I agree with it. He said, if ever there was somebody who played himself out of the Hall of Fame, it is Russell Wilson. What he did in Seattle, that looks like a Hall of Fame career. Mm-hmm. But should it matter that everything that has happened after he left Seattle has been absolute garbage? At which point Richard Sherman decides to jump in, former Seattle teammate of Russell Wilson, who of course was one of the stars of that vaunted defense. And Richard Sherman added, without the legendary defense in Seattle, Russell Wilson's been 4-11, 7-8, and now 0-3 to start with the Giants. He's done nothing unless he had my defense helping him do things. And just to double down on the point about him hating Russell Wilson, there is no scenario where you say that the way he said it unless you actually have real hate for that man in your heart somewhere.
Oh, yeah. No, I think that there's no love lost there.
People do not like Russell Wilson, man.
No, again, I don't know why. I mean, you hear rumors that he might be just kind of a weird locker room guy.
They think he's a phony. Like, stop it with all your little...
Yeah. You Mr. Unlimited, all that stuff. Yeah.
You look like you're trying to play the role of leader, but you're not really a leader. You look like you're trying to be a leader in front of the cameras, but you're not really leading anybody. We don't want to follow you. There's some of that.
I think so, too. As far as, like, should he be a Hall of Famer or not?
Because here's the thing.
I do think that the legacy has for sure been tarnished because it's been horrible since Seattle.
I have sort of always been of the opinion that the Hall of Fame is almost like a finish line. Mm-hmm. Like it's like you cross that line and you're there. And it doesn't really matter what happens after that. You have already created a Hall of Fame worthy career. Like in baseball, you would hear it all the time. Like for a while, it was 500 home runs got you there. We didn't really need to know anything else. If you had 500 home runs, you were going to be in the Hall of Fame. Now, that's not going to always be true anymore. But there was a time where it was like accepted that's the finish line.
Yeah.
If you can get to 500, you're going to be in Cooperstown. And I've sort of always thought about Hall of Fame careers like that. Like Dan Hurley has 2 national championships now at UConn. There is nobody in the history of basketball with 2 Division I national championships who isn't in the Hall of Fame, the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, who's eligible. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be in the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame, no matter what happens going forward. But according to Tony Gonzalez's perspective, you could coach your way out of the Hall of Fame the same way he thinks Russell Wilson has played his way out of the Hall of Fame. Do you subscribe to that? It doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like a good comp. Would Eli be a good comp?
No, I mean, I don't think Eli Manning may or may not be a Hall of Famer based on what he did in New York, period. Uh-huh. That's an argument people have. But I don't think because he eventually got old and lost his job to Daniel Jones, he's not a Hall of Famer. Like, where do we do this? Like, Vince Carter sat on the bench in Memphis.
Right, that's true.
He's still a Hall of Famer. What are we talking about?
Right.
Russell Wilson is a Super Bowl champion and 10-time Pro Bowler.
He also single-handedly lost a Super Bowl.
There is that. And I don't know about single-handedly, but he threw it to the wrong team.
I mean, it was his fault.
He threw it to the wrong team. He definitely threw it to the wrong team. He definitely threw it to the wrong team.
Yeah, and I do.
I just always thought once you do certain things that measure up to what other Hall of Famers have done, then you have created a Hall of Fame career, and you don't undo that by getting older or getting worse. You've already crossed that finish line. Like Russell Westbrook is going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how the rest of his career goes. He's already done enough to be in the Naismith Memorial Hall of Fame someday. True. And nobody would disagree with me saying that. Nobody, if I said Russell Westbrook will be in the Hall of Fame someday, nobody would step up and say, well, let's see how the rest of his career goes. So why do you then attach that to Russell Wilson? And let me be clear, I don't care about Russell Wilson at all.
Right, I got it.
But like once you're a Hall of Fame quarterback, I think you're a Hall of Fame quarterback. I don't think you can undo it.
Yeah.
But Tony Gonzalez says you can.
Okay. I'll say that he gets in.
I think he gets in. But his legacy is damaged.
Wait, who votes on that, though? It's not your peers, is it? No.
I mean, I want to say it's like a panel. Who votes for Football Hall of Fame? 48-member selection committee.
Okay.
Comprising media representatives from NFL cities, 16 at-large media members, and one representative from the Pro Football Writers Association.
Just making sure, like Richard Sherman or
it's not Richard Sherman.
Okay.
It's not Richard Sherman. It's going to keep
double checking
Russell Wilson out of the Hall of Fame. I think he will be in the Hall of Fame someday, but his legacy is clearly damaged. Like when you do that name association thing with people, Tom Brady, GOAT, Peyton Manning, all-time whatever. Like Russell Wilson, it won't be good. It won't be a good name association, even though he's a Super Bowl champ and a 10-time Pro Bowler.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that.
All right.